Hello everyone, this is Krista from Simply Breathe Now, and I just wanted to welcome you to this December insert video. It's a great day to do this because it is snowing outside. We're having a snowstorm in November. It's a little bit early, but great day. So I just wanted to tell you about this cover. These are the ones that I sell on Etsy. This is that shimmery kind of translucent purple and really nice. Then inside I have my perpetual calendar, which you also can find on Etsy, and it's set up for any year or any time. And then I have this new one. It's my mood tracker, and it's so exciting. I'm going to have a video, so watch that, and I'll link it below once I do it. And it has 12 months of mood trackers. So exciting, and I can't wait for people to get that. So, and this is the December insert. So I did this cover, and I hope that you like coloring it and adding whatever you need to add to it. And then we have our December title page. And then I have my reflection journal prompts, which is the surprise page this year. So the way this works is that you would have to have another journal to do some writing. And it's a little bit about reflecting and reviewing the year, and you have 19 different prompts before 2019, and then it gives a little bit of planning and some exciting things that you're hoping to do. So your favorite memory, your biggest accomplishment, 3 words to describe 2018. So on day 1 you would write just your favorite memory, and then day 2 you do your biggest accomplishment. So it would be done before the Christmas holidays kind of really get set in, but you kind of get to reflect and do things, and I think that'll be really fun. So I'll be posting on Instagram if you want to see what I'm doing. Then we have our memories page, which you can do with your words or your drawings of your little pictures. And then we have our goals for this month, where you put your goals or projects down the side here, and then you break them up into 4 different weekly progressions so that you can kind of work through your goals through the month and hopefully complete them or get closer to them. And then you have a place for quotes or notes or doodles on the side. Then we have our December calendar, just a typical calendar. A little bit of space for some drawing if you want, or stickers. Then we have our habit tracker, and so the way the habit tracker works is that you put your days of the week along above the numbers, and then your habits down the side. You can use them as either a place for learning how to progress something that you want to do. So every time you do a habit and write it down, it makes you more aware, so you can be doing it more. Or it might be something that you want to review, that you're trying to figure out how often you do it. So you put it down the side, and then you add on the day of the month, you add if you've done it or not. I have a whole video on how to do a Zentangle in your habit tracker if you like, so I'll post that below. Then you also have your sleep tracker and a place for notes, quotes, stickers, doodles. Next we have a gratitude log, where you have 31 days to write 2 things that you want to be grateful for, or you can use the 2 lines for anything that you want, and then you have space below for a quote or something down there. And then we have December's mood tracker, and this mood tracker is the evergreens. I decided to do evergreens. So each tree is a day, and you would write your moods down here on the side, and then assign a color or a pattern if you wanted to, and then you would the day of the month you would figure out what your mood was, and then color the tree or do the doodle inside the tree for each of the moods that you are doing. So that's how that works. Then we have our financial report, and from my survey I realized that nobody's using this, so this is coming out in any future 2019 journals. But just in case you're curious, I'll talk about it quickly. So you have a place for your income and your expenses, and then you have your assets and liabilities, and then you add them up at the end of the month, and you do your cash flow, and you figure out what your net worth is. Then you have a blank page for whatever your heart's desires. And then we go into the weekly daily spread, and this is where you use the Ryder Carroll's bullet journal system. So you have a space here that's blank, and you have your menu, and then another blank space, and then you have room for the days of the month, and then a mood tracker if you would like, or not a mood tracker, sorry, your weather if you would like to add that. And then this is Ryder Carroll's key. I haven't changed it, but this is my little business card that I have, that I kind of have the key on it. And the way it works is that if you have a task in the day, you write down the tasks and you go write them all down. If it's a timed task, it's called an event, and you write it with a little circle. And then at the end of the day, what you would go and do is you would go and make sure that everything has had an action corresponding to that task. So if it's completed, you put an X. If it's something you weren't able to do but still want to do it, you migrate it to the right. So you put an arrow to the right, and then you write it wherever you're migrating it to. And then if it's a reschedule, it is something that you would like to, you couldn't do, but you have to reschedule it. You'll put an arrow to the left, and then you have to write it somewhere. So you either have to write it to the place where you have rescheduled it, or you might have to write it on the to-do list of the week and say reschedule such and such. So you know, and that will be an open task. So you know that it's been rescheduled from your day and it's emptied, but on your to-do list it's open and you're going to have to still do that. And then if it's a note, you put a dash, or if it's something that you no longer is relevant to you, you put a line right straight through it. So here's an example of last week, so that you can see everything. I have write down all my events kind of at the beginning of the day, because I do an overview on Sunday and I write down all of the events that I'm going to do. And then I come the morning of, the morning of, and I review what I did the day before, and I kind of check everything off, and then I write I migrate anything that has to be migrated, and then I write my new list for that day. So hopefully that makes sense. And so I just kind of put it over to whatever day that I need to migrate it to, since I have a whole weekly view in front. Then after that, you have your to-do list, which is your weekly to-do list that's maybe not day specific, but things that you want to do. And you have your waiting on list and your on horizon list. So this key will still work on your to-do list. So when you move forward on the Sunday and you do your review and you're moving things forward, you will do that key and you will review it and add it to your to-do list the following week. So everything should be, when you're done your week, everything should have an action taken against every task or event that you've written down. And then you have your waiting on list and your horizon list. So waiting on list is things that you might be waiting to be delivered, phone calls. On the horizon might be things coming up. So maybe you're thinking about March break or spring break, or you're thinking about, oh my goodness, there's snow already. We're going to have a winter holiday because November is too early for this much snow. And then every week you have a weekly review of what is working, what isn't working, and what needs to change. And this can be within your journal, it can be within your life, it can be a combo of both. It's whatever weekly review you feel like doing at that time. So you have 5 of those, and then you have some blank pages. 1, 2, 3, and then a monthly review. And this is the last month that this monthly review will be like this. I've cut it down and made it a little bit smaller, but this is where you get to really celebrate everything. So you have your accomplishments, your big events, how your projects are going, what was challenging, what you're proud of, things I want to remember, how I am different, any personal struggles that I might have had this month, and then my focus goals, what I did last month, and what I'm going to do coming up. And then you have a blank page again on the back, and we'll just tuck this in here. And then you have the back cover for coloring, and that's the December insert. So I hope this was helpful, and the new inserts are going to be a bit different coming into 2019. They're going to be, I took a lot of your information from the survey. You're not going to have monthly journals to choose from, but 31 30-day journals to choose from, so you have more variety each month, and it's not just the one that just came out, and it should be more generic so you can add more things. And I hope that you like them. So if you have any questions or comments, please leave them below.